Hello dear traders and welcome to another update on the market. For today I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen. I will speak about the dollar index, gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first. So to update you about this currency pair, we mentioned it and I did a forecast in previous days that basically this currency pair is a heavy upside cycle, and that if you check basically 2-hour time frame or hourly, you can find very good continuational patterns. And I alerted you about this one, that market is building like a bull flag, similar like building here, and market held very nicely this 2-day mean in this upcycle. So market is now into the extreme right this morning, but to update you about this market, it already went for went about 90 pips since our yesterday's update, and it's probably heading towards the 20-year high, swing highs at 135 area, 134.90 area. So we still have a plenty of space for the USD Japanese yen. According to the current condition, I don't see any kind of reversal. Trend is intact, and it looks like a strong update so far, and definitely still intraday speaking, watch for intraday buying opportunities on the intraday pullbacks. But speaking on the short term, holding to the ups, towards the 134.95 can also be an option. This is actually very important pivot level based on a weekly time frame. Speaking of the dollar index, we will basically go, and I will show you this in the daily time frame. US dollar index basically created lots of overlapping bars here. Yesterday we have some kind of the reaction bar, down bar, but still seems like market is finding higher low. It's building higher low on the daily. And that's a good sign, basically, that we might see the recovery of the US dollar index in continuation of this upside trend. And I would like to see the close above 102.81 on the dollar index in order to confirm further upside movement, probably towards the 103.85 or even this full high at 105 mark. So we can see the market will take this pin bar high from yesterday, that we can continue with this bigger upcycle. Because this year US dollar index is really in a strong upside cycle overall. So speaking of the gold market is still in a heavy consolidation, and nothing basically changed. We can place the box here. We have 10 days of overlapping bars and candles, and I would like to see the breakout of 1873 can lead the market towards the 1892 or even 1907, breaking off the low at 1827 can eventually lead us towards the 1807 or the pin bar area around 1790. So watch for a breakout of this contraction. Speaking of the crude oil market, it looks like really still very positive, building the higher lows, having narrow days, last couple of days. It seems like we really can continue with this strong upside cycle from the background and eventually revisit this zone at 126 or 129 mark. We still have a potential to revisit that. So watch for buying opportunities on the short-term pullbacks. And Bitcoin still in a heavy consolidation for already a few weeks, with the boundaries at, we have a pivot low at 28,000 mark, and we have a pivot high at 32,300 mark. So the breakout of this 28,000 mark to the downside can eventually lead us to retest of 25,500 mark. From other side, if we break the 32,340 mark, we can eventually expect revisiting of some major swing lows in the background at like 34,500 mark. So watch for a breakout of this contraction. That'll be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe as always, and speak to you tomorrow morning.